Hi, this is Heather from A More Crafty Life. Today I'm going to show you how to do a Trinity stitch, which kind of looks, if you've ever seen a daisy or a star, kind of like a flower or a three-part stitch. I'm using Lily Sugar and Cream cotton yarn in Coral Sea Ombre and a 5mm crochet hook. You could use any yarn you wanted. For this stitch, you need a multiple of 2. So for the example, I am going to crochet 20. And this is a left-handed video. When you have your 20, you are going to single crochet in the second chain from the hook. Any multiple of 2 for your chain will work. So here's 1, 2, single crochet, and then you're going to do what is called a single crochet 3 together stitch, which is sometimes used to decrease, but not in this case. And in the same stitch that you just did the single crochet, you are going to insert your hook, pull up a loop, then you're going to go to the next stitch, insert your hook, pull up a loop, and then go to the third stitch, insert your hook, pull up a loop, and then you have 4 loops. You yarn over and you pull through all 4 loops, and then you finish the stitch with a chain 1, and it should look like this. And that is called the single crochet 3 together stitch, and that's what you're going to use for the whole pattern. So then you start your next single crochet 3 together stitch in the last leg of your stitch. So here's the last place I did. I'm going to insert my hook, pull up a loop, go to the next chain, insert my hook, pull up a loop, go to the third one, insert my hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, go through all 4, chain 1 to finish the stitch, and then repeat. Go to the last stitch you did of the leg of the 3 crochet together, pull up a loop, then you go to the second one, then to the third, pull up a loop in each one, yarn over, pull through 3, and finish with a chain 1. And that's what it's going to start to look like. And as you can see here where it changes colors, you can see a little bit later. See, it has the 3 parts. Okay, and then we continue. You insert your hook where the last stitch finished, pull up a loop, insert your hook, pull up a loop, insert your hook for a third time. You have 4 loops on your hook. You yarn over and you pull through all 4. And you finish with a chain 1. Okay, and you pull up. 3 separate stitches, you pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 4, and finish with a chain 1. So it should start looking like this. Keep going. And you always start in the last leg of the stitch that you did. And you always finish it with a chain 1. Okay. Continue to the end of the row. And I've used this stitch to make a blanket, washcloth, a cowl, and a hat. Works good in bulky and in worsted weight yarn. Okay, so now that I'm at the end with my last 2 stitches that you can see here, you do a final stitch, and then what you do to end is you do 1 single crochet in the last leg of the stitch. And here's your first row of the Trinity stitch. Then you are going to chain 1 and turn your work. And this is what the other side looks like. And where you chain 1, you are going to do 1 single crochet, and then you're also going to start your first single crochet 3 together stitch in the same stitch. So you're going to pull up a stitch in the first stitch, pull up a stitch kind of where the star kind of pattern or the triple, the center of it is. And then you're going to go to the third space and pull up a stitch. So you should have 4 on your hook just like before. You yarn over and you finish the stitch with a chain 1. Then you start your next stitch in the leg of the one you just did. You pull up a stitch in the 3 spaces, yarn over, and finish it with a chain 1. So this is what it looks like for your second row. And you just keep continuing this until you get to the end of the row. And your last leg of your last crochet 3 together stitch goes in the last stitch of the row. And I think that's the only thing that makes it any different. And you just repeat this row for your entire project. The stitch isn't, after you've got it set up, the stitch isn't particularly hard. It takes a while. It's not the fastest stitch, but it's not complicated, and it gives you a different kind of texture that I like. So you keep continuing. And I think the one thing that you have to watch for is to make sure that none of your stitches are spread out too far. Sometimes you can kind of pull this one and give it too much space. So it looks like this. It kind of looks, in the multicolor, it kind of looks like little flowers to me. So then when you get to your last stitch, which we're getting close. Okay. Okay, so here we're at the end, and you might think that you want to put it here and then you would still have 1 stitch left over, but you want to put it in the last single crochet from the row before. So that makes the edge straight. Otherwise, it doesn't look right. So you put it in the last single crochet from the row before, kind of skipping that stitch. And then you do 1 single crochet here to finish the row, chain 1, and then you turn. So this is what it looks like on this side. And then you continue that row. You'll put a single crochet in the first stitch, and then you will start your single crochet 3 together in the first stitch. And then you continue. And this is what it looks like. You can find the written pattern for this on my blog, A More Crafty Life. It will be linked below, plus hundreds of other free patterns. There'll be a free PDF for you to download. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.